Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to Cruisnick's Sanctuary. I'm your host, CruisnickX, and once again we're playing Final Fantasy XIV Online, or in this case, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, the newest expansion in the Final Fantasy XIV saga. So today we are chilling on an old alt that I've been letting collect dust for quite some time. Tarl Cabot is back. Well, to start us off at least. Today we're going to be doing the Sage Questline for Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. This is the second new job introduced in the expansion. This is the new healer job that everyone's been raging about. We're going to start the questline with Tarl. We're going to finish it with Chris Valentine, but in order to do that, we're going to talk to this Sharlayan maiden here and get right down to it with the level 70 quest, Sage's Path.
Lim Salaminsa, former disreputable haven for pirates, now one of the realm's finest city-states, boasting a peerless shipping industry and an enviable culinary culture. Oh, how it bustles! The tome does not lie.
Hi.
Well, here I am, Mother, in faraway Eorzea. I will complete this mission. Just you watch. In your noble name, and as a first of my class, I will succeed. And afterwards, perhaps I shall invite our esteemed alumna Alice for tea at the Bismarck. I'll be the envy of everyone. Ah! My apologies, good sir. I failed to notice you. I am Lala Jinjal, a native of Sharlayan. By your appearance, I assume you are an adventurer. Are you by chance well-traveled in Eorzea?
Yeah.
So you are. How very fortuitous. And Tarl is your name, you say? I'd swear I heard it somewhere before. In any event, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. As for myself, I am an operative on a mission from the Forum, our nation's governing body. This being my first time in Eorzea, I studied as best I could in preparation, but there is no substitute for a local's knowledge. Thus did I intend to hire an adventurer like yourself to serve as my escort. The mission is the pursuit and capture of fugitives, and thus it will entail some danger, but you appear to be no stranger to such. Might you be willing to assist me in this endeavor?
Certainly. If the reward is satisfactory.
You may rest assured you will be suitably rewarded for your services. That being the case, I take it your answer is yes. I shall be glad of your capable company. Now then, ere I divulge the particulars of my mission, we should head somewhere more private. Perhaps outside the city by the Zephyr Gate?
Okay. Now, I forget, but I'm pretty sure I have the Zephyr Gate. Yep. And here we are in the clouds, of course. Alright, there's Lala.
Forgive me if I seem overly cautious, but this mission is highly confidential. Were the wrong people to learn of it, my superiors would give me an earful. But I believe we may speak freely here, so permit me to brief you on the details. As I mentioned, I am on the trail of fugitives, criminals who fled Sharlayan and came to these shores. Extremely dangerous individuals who have enhanced themselves by a forbidden means. means which have rendered them unsound of mind. While in a state of delirium, one of their compatriots even committed murder. He died thereafter due to the side effects of this enhancement, but 3 others remain at large and pose a threat to innocence. Their leader, a Vieira male, is also alleged to have stolen valuable technological secrets. By way of reference material, I've brought this soul crystal. Ow! It's hot! It's hot! What in the world? I have never known soul crystals to give off such heat before.
Okay.
Phew. It's finally cooled down. But what could have triggered that intense reaction? Not even at the studium did I ever witness such a thing. But maybe it was you. The technological secrets which were stolen were contained in a similar crystal. This particular sample has been loaned to me by a healing institute in Sharlayan. Tell me, Tarl, in the course of your adventures, have you ever fervently wished to save someone, but failed to do so despite your best efforts, and afterwards
I've had to watch some of my dearest friends slip away.
Forgive me if my question was indelicate, but there can be no doubt. The soul crystal resonated with that desire within you. When I received the crystal, I was told that, should it respond in this manner to my Eorzean collaborator, I should entrust it to them. For the knowledge it imparts, the knowledge of somnautics, would surely avail me in my mission. Developed at the studium, somnautics is a discipline which combines the wisdom of medicine, etherology, and sorcery, and those who have mastered it are called sages. Through medicine, a sage grasps the workings of the flesh. Through etherology, he unlocks the secrets of the soul, and through sorcery, he learns to manipulate the two. Thus trained, a sage has the ability to both strengthen and heal. Yet by the same token, he is also capable of the opposite, of causing harm. Not just anyone can take up the sage's art. No, one must be prepared to hold the lives of others in one's hands. Are you willing to bear such a burden, Tarl? If you are, and would swear to use the art for good, then I shall entrust this soul crystal to you.
Sounds good to me.
So, have you come to a decision?
No.
Then I will bear witness to your pledge. Do you swear to use the sage's art for good, and to wield its power to the best of your judgment and ability?
Yep.
Excellent. Chosen as you are by the crystal, I had faith that you would rise to the occasion. When those around you cry out for succor, the crystal shall be your ally, for it bears the wisdom of sages past and their hopes for the future. By hearkening to their whispers and following in their footsteps, you will come to embody those hopes, to save and change countless lives. Lest you worry how you will learn the art, I can provide guidance. To an extent, in any case. During my time at the studium, I had occasion to study somnautics. You see, while I wasn't gifted in spellcraft and came to favor steel, I remember the lessons and will share what I know. Together with the soul crystal, I shall provide you with a set of sage's garments.
Cool.
So go on, take up your crystal and don your attire, and we shall begin your training.
And with that, we have unlocked the new job, Sage. Alright, with it, we've received the following. First, we receive our first Sage weapon, the Stone Gold Milpreves, and Eucrasia and the Addersgall gauge are unlocked. The Addersgall gauge indicates accumulated stacks of Addersgall, which are restored automatically over time. Addersgall can be consumed to execute actions such as Druokol and Caracol, acquired at level 50. The gauge builds stacks of Adder Sting when the barrier effect of Eucrasian Diagnosis is completely absorbed. Adder Sting can be used to execute actions such as Toxicon and Toxicon 2. Okay. There's the gauge on the right, where that's better. It's blocking both gauges are blocking my quest log. But we won't be staying on Taro for long. But first and foremost, we've got the Stone Gold Millpreaves, set up high quality too. But we also have in our inventory a nice little chest that we have. Where is it? I always lose these things. The Bookworm's Attire. So, let's show it off right now. First and foremost, for pants, we have the Bookworm's Waist Wrap. For feet, we have the Bookworm's Boots. For body, we have the Bookworm's Chasuble. For hand gear, we have the Bookworm's Gloves. And finally, for headgear, we have the Bookworm's Spectacles. Combining this all with other previous gear, I mean, this gear looks alright, but I glammed over it. I pretty much glammed over it. And speaking of glamming over, we're going to, go to a character that we actually can work with. So, give me 1 second to switch over, or, log out first, but give me 20 seconds to, log into Taro Cabot, not Taro Cabot, on Chris Valentine, and we'll continue this quest line as so. By the way, I hate this timer, so yeah. Did you miss me? So, we are now on Sage with Chris Valentine, and with my proper gear sets. Now, in between starting Sage... Now, before starting Sage on Taro Cabot, I've already obtained Sage and have gotten it to level 70 at the level 80 at the very least. We won't be showing off the level 90 or the level 89 gear that we earned from Endwalker until we until such time that we get to during the roll quest line. So look forward to those outfits in the foreseeable future. I should have mentioned that with the Reaper storyline too, but I didn't. But anyway, so we've gotten nice and geared up, all things considered. We got Criplurker's gear. Of course, I've glamored it to my personal preference, and I think I look good. Anyway, let's talk about spells that we earn starting out. So, first and foremost, we have Dosis, which is a attack spell. Second is Diagnosis, which is your first healing spell. Cardia at level 4, which links Cardia to you and uses the Cardion links the Cardion effect to someone, which restores HP after casting certain magic attacks. Prognosis, which is your AoE healer at level 10. Let me just lower this a little bit. There we go. Igero at level 12, which is your raise. Physis at level at level 20, which gradually restores the HP, and which is kind of like it's kind of like an AoE regen, somewhat. Let's see. Phlegma, which is your AoE attack, your close range AoE attack spell. Eucrasia, which alters the effects of dosis, diagnosis, and prognosis. It turns dosis into a dot, diagnosis into a shield, and prognosis into an AoE shield. So, Soteria increases the cure potency of Cardion's effects granted to you by you. Icarus flies you to an ally, which is fun. Duokol, which is your instant cast Duokol, which is your instant cast diagnosis. Dyscrasia, which is kind of like an instant cast holy, but not really. Karakol, which is an AoE shield. Ixokol, which is an AoE, which is an instant cast AoE heal. Zoe, which increases your healing magic potency, the healing magic potency of your next healing spell. Pepsis, which restores the HP of you and your nearby party members by removing the effects of Eucrasian diagnosis and prognosis. Physis 2 at level 60, which you get from Physis Mastery, which upgrades Physis to Physis 2. Tarokol, which once again is a instant cast healing spell, and adds a shield as well. Toxicon at level 66, which is the spell you get from Adder Sting. Haima, which is your single target shield. Single target healing shield. Dosis and Phlegma 2, which you get at level 72. Oh yeah, that's a little beyond, but here are the other spells that I got. At 72, I got Dosis 2 and Phlegma 2, thanks to the Offensive Magic Mastery trait. I got Enhanced Caracol at 78, which increased the potency, if I remember right. Or increased the potency, if I remember right. Oh yeah, gave Caracol a healing over time effect, my bad. Rizomata at 74, which grants me a stack of Adder's Gall, and Holos at level 76, which again restores the HP of you and all your nearby party members and reduces damage taken. And of course the Eucrasian effects, which are just higher potencies. Anyways, so now that we've done that, let's continue with this storyline and get right down to it with the level 70 quest, Sage's Focus.
I see the crystal has imparted to you its knowledge, as expected. Excellent! You are ready to embark on your training, and naturally it begins with the armaments. A set of short staves known as Noliths. Noliths trace their roots to healers of Eld, who employed naturally occurring objects of power known as Adderstones. These stones, which harbor spiritual energy, were placed around the sick and ailing to create an etheric confluence through which the healer channeled his magics. From this primitive design, Nuliths gradually evolved into their present form. While their construction is far more sophisticated, the basic principle remains unchanged. In practice, The sage wields Nulith as an extension of his mind, sending them darting through the air to weave the arcane patterns through which he unleashes advanced magics. If they sound difficult to wield, well, it is because they are. Even the Studium's most talented require years of training to become proficient. But you have an advantage that transcends talent. The crystal has chosen you. With its knowledge, the technique will come more naturally to you than others. Now, as much as I would like to have you try your hand with the Nulith at once, I have just received promising intelligence from Command.
Okay.
Apparently, our fugitives have taken themselves to Idleshire, in the Dravanian hinterlands. Let us make our way there at once.
Alright, off to Idleshire, where I haven't been in ages. Actually, I can drive in this one. Ah, there she is.
So this is Idleshire. The tales do not do the place justice. Truly impressive what the goblins and their fellow scavengers have managed to build upon the ruins of our colony. Hi. To the task at hand. As I mentioned before, we have reason to believe that the fugitives have recently passed through this town, and may even still be here. For the sake of efficiency, I suggest we split up and search. I will see to the town south. If you could tend to the north.
Now, if only I could sprint, that would be much more efficient right now. There it is. Alright. Okay. Help! Somebody please! I need help!
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Oh, whoops, I think I got the wrong... Oh, nope.
That man is in trouble!
Look at me. When I'm talking to you!
Stop this at once!
Warrior of Light, bitch!
A sage's barrier? Loifa!
Too many eyes and ears. We'd best leave. I don't know who you are, and I don't care. Do not get in our way again. You've been warned.
Wait!
Yeah, he didn't listen. Well, that was weird. Alright, freaking fancy bastard. Thank you. Had you not intervened when you did, I dread to think what might have become of me. Permit me to introduce myself. Faldronet of Sharlayan at your service.
Truly? I am Sharlayan too. A recent graduate of the studium, in fact. Would you mind telling us what happened?
Oh, an alumnus should come to my rescue. Thaliak watches over his own. As to what happened, what is there to say? I was going about my business when they set upon me, without warning or provocation.
I see. What is your business, if you do not mind my asking?
Healing. The provision of it, that is. I am a sage, you see, and I travel the realm providing treatment gratis to those who cannot afford it.
A sage besides? Speaking of which, one of your assailants, the Viera man, also wielded sage magic. Was he known to you?
No, I never so much as laid eyes upon him before. I do have an inkling, however, as to why the villains have come here. If they use the sage's art for ill, then their destination is like to be Saint Mochian's Arboretum.
The Arboretum? What could they possibly seek in that abandoned place?
Following the Exodus, the cultivation of certain plants became forbidden in Sharlayan. But that which can no longer be found in the motherland still grows freely here, among which are potent but dangerous herbs.
I see. That does stand to reason, and I dare say it was for your knowledge that the fugitives attacked you.
You too are a sage. Yet you do not appear to be Sharlayan. How did you come by your soul crystal?
The good people of Physis Technon had entrusted the crystal to me, and when it exhibited a strong resonance in Chris's presence, I in turn entrusted it to him.
Then you were chosen to inherit.
Is aught amiss, Master Faldronet?
No, 'tis nothing. I was but struck by the remarkable providence to have crossed paths with sages so far from home. Ours is a reclusive nation, after all. Our policy to observe, not intervene. This did not sit well with me, and so I left Sharlayan behind, as the great Master Louis Soir once did. And though I would never dare equate myself to him, I too believe it my duty to alleviate suffering in the world.
So that's what brought you to Eorzea. You are a noble soul, Master Faldronet, and I commend your resolve.
Well, I must return to the road. I thank you again for coming to my aid. Till next we meet, let us both endeavor to seek out new knowledge and possibilities for the betterment of mankind. Okay, what does Lala have to say about it?
Let us head to St. Mochian's Arboretum at once. Given what we know of the fugitives, I had considered that they might be after knowledge sealed in the Great Gubal Library, but Master Faldronet presents a compelling theory. And for an all but proven theory of my own, our quarry have clearly enhanced themselves with sage magic. I had suspected as much given what they stole, but the leader's actions earlier leave little room for doubt. Not that it gives us any greater insight into who they are or their ultimate goal. Regardless, to use a sage's soul crystal for ill is unforgivable, and I'll not rest until these criminals have been brought to justice. Right, to the Arboretum. Our mission aside, I dare say it'll be an ideal place for your training.
Alright, let's ride. Alright. We'll take the prologue gate. Following that up, we'll fly all the way there. Thank the 12 we can fly in heavensward. And there she is. Alright.
By the scholar. So this is St. Mochian's Arboretum. From the illustrations, I did not think it would be so immense. It may interest you to know that this place holds special meaning to sages. From ancient strange to crossbred creations, myriad medicinal plants have been cultivated within its halls. Alas, in the wake of the Exodus 15 years ago, this once magnificent institution has fallen into ruin. Still, there is a certain charm in seeing nature assert her dominion. Why, it must be a veritable menagerie of rare wildlife within. I should like to spend a day studying them, field guide in hand. Forgive me, this isn't a field trip, but a mission. Our objective is to find the fugitives, and failing that, clues that will lead us to them. Please see to your preparations. A spot of practice with your spells would not go astray, and then we shall venture in.
You have learned all sage actions and traits to level 70. Detailed descriptions can be viewed in the Actions and Traits window, accessed under Character in the main menu. Alright. Make sure my cardio works. Okie doke. We're good. Alright, let's do it.
If you're ready, then let us venture forth.
Your progress through the battle will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or log out from the game, this progress will be lost. Oh, a multi-tier fight. Okay.
If our assumption is correct, the fugitives have come and may still be here. Keep your eyes peeled and your guard up. These halls are home to dangerous creatures. I will draw their attention that you may focus on applying your techniques.
Alright.
So, shall we practice some somnautical fundamentals? To begin, cast Cardia on me. The spell will establish a magical link between us. The residual ether of your attacks will be channeled unto me, healing my wounds as you deal damage to our foes.
Already done.
Yes, just so. Let's continue on. Sizable fiend ahead. I believe this calls for a barrier. This time, augment your spells using Eucrasia, then cast Eucrasian Diagnosis on me. This will bestow a barrier on me that provides both protection and healing.
Here you go.
Excellent. Now we may proceed with confidence. Nothing of note here. Let us head deeper into the Arboretum.
I am messing up today.
Beams ahead. Please watch my back.
It feels like freaking...
Impressive. To see how well you wield your nulips, one would not think you a novice.
Oh, you are giving me way too much credit. In leveling, this was like the hardest thing to level for me.
No fiends here, but what might this be? Some manner of plant seems to have been harvested here. I can't identify it by the remaining parts, however. There may be further clues nearby. We should investigate further.
Flurries of tiny bubbles break the water's surface at regular intervals. Some manner of creatures are hiding under the lily pad, perhaps. An impression on the edge of the lily pad suggests someone knelt here, perhaps to draw water.
More of the same plant taken. What could it possibly be?
Resting at the bottom of the pool is an animal carcass overgrown with plant life. Perhaps it fell in while foraging for food. Fine scorch marks are in evidence on the leafage, reminiscent of those left by sage magics.
Traces of ice. Someone recently fought here. A proficient wielder of magic. The fugitives may be close. Be on your guard.
Alright, phase 2.
Fugitives! In the name of the form, I demand you surrender yourselves at once!
Of all the weapons to bear against us. No matter. I warned you once, and I won't warn you again. I've got this. Stand back! Very well.
This will go poorly for you if you resist.
Let's finish them quickly. Oh, for the love of...
Have care, Chris!
Ansel, that's enough. You mustn't lose your temper. God damn it. If it wasn't for that sage, we'll deal with you instead.
We'll see about that. There'll be nothing left of you but ash. But their enhancement has given them such power. This is getting us nowhere. We must subdue Loifa first.
Mahad, return the favor and take care of that sage. Finish it.
Understood. Stand back. No, you don't. Damn you.
Well, well.
Loifa! No! It's over! Lay down your arms and I promise you won't come to further harm!
And there. Duty complete. My God. Loifa, we don't have time for this! You held your own against the Enhanced. But that's enough sport for now. The mission takes precedence.
Confound it! Not again! What's this?
I'm gonna bet dollars to donuts is probably Somnus. Or who knows?
The pouch they dropped contained a plant. What they came for, I shouldn't doubt. 'Tis some manner of herb, but none I've seen in the course of my studies. And as I made my way out, I also stumbled upon what appears to be a diary by the entrance. Though much of its contents are magically obfuscated, I could make out some somnautical terms, so we may assume it belonged to a sage. As we continue our pursuit, I will work on lifting this enchantment. When you have a moment, please feel free to peruse the contents in Edelshire. On that note, let us head back to the settlement.
Alright, back to Edelshire. Alright. Now where is she? Somewhere inside Rowena's. Ah, there she is.
I've dispatched the plant to Sharlayan for identification. When we learn what it is, I believe we will gain insight into the villain's objective. Now tell me, Chris, have you been practicing with the new list while I wasn't looking? I ask because, even with the crystal's knowledge, you demonstrated remarkable proficiency.
You're full of crap. I was easily running out of MP at that last part.
Regardless, 'tis plain you have a gift for the art. The sages whose memories reside in the crystal must be beaming with pride. Though sometimes I cannot help but wonder, if the sage's art was created for the benefit of mankind, why then does it incorporate techniques which inflict harm? And the fugitives, what could have compelled them to spurn our homeland's prescribed policy, as Master Louisoix and Master Faudranet have? But I'm used to no avail. It will be a while before we hear back regarding the plant. Until we do, please take the opportunity to continue honing your skills. As you go about your training, remember to heed the voices within your soul crystal. Do so, and your predecessors will surely grant you the wisdom to protect those you hold dear.
The Diary of a Sage is now available for perusal. More entries will become legible as you progress through the story. Alright, let's check it. A young child was brought in today, so very young to be suffering so. But if anyone can save her, 'tis we sages of physics technon, and save her we will. Though it took many days and repeated treatments, we have managed to stabilize our most recent patient. We adapted the Eucrasia spell, as my clever husband proposed, and it worked wonders. His brilliance truly belies his youth. Despite being 50 years my junior, he has already achieved so much. Okay. We're going to take a bit of a break. The next episode will be... We will cover the level 73 quest, Sands of Despair. But until then, that's it for this episode of Crew's Next Sanctuary. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching on Twitch and you like the show, click the follow button, turn on notifications so you're well informed. And if you're feeling generous, throw some bits our way or subscribe for access to exclusive videos and live streams. If you're watching on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe by clicking here and click the bell icon for notifications. Click here to watch more. Click here to watch the playlist for the job quest for Endwalker. And click here to watch the next episode of Path of the Sage. I'll see you next time.